What are dreams? What are they, truly? Are they bits and pieces of memories thrown together without design or purpose? Might they whisper secrets of coming days, or reveal forgotten recollections from days long past? Perhaps our soul is expelled from our bodies each night, thrust out into the void to travel to lands beyond the limits of our physical form. Consider this. What if our dreams are more than just mere nonsense? What if they were premonitions of adventures not yet had? Tell me, have you ever had a dream that appeared so real, it made your waking life seem distant and dull? Have you ever dreamed a dream that revealed glimpses and whispered secrets about your full potential? Do you know of anything that could fill you with such sorrow, to awaken each morning and desire with all your might that your eyes will open to a brand new world, yet never does it come? With every rising of the sun, that is the burden I bear. However, such sadness does not consume me, for I know my dreams are so much more than mere desires and longing of the heart. For you see, my dreams are much more than that. They are preparing me for great things yet to come. No, I am not offended when you roll your eyes upon hearing my tale. You are not the first to dismiss my words or mock me. Many simply laugh at me out of amusement, and others feign looks of pity towards me. Surely, in their view of the world, only one who is mad would entertain such foolishness. They only see a land of make-believe, a fairy tale fabricated out of a mind of an insignificant girl who does not know her place amongst a society of the proper and civilized. It is beyond their reason to believe that a child, orphaned as an infant, who never knew the embrace of a mother's love or the guidance from a father, could still possess a birthright of excellence. Nor would they consider such a waif could excel above all others with only the determination of her heart and by the strength in her hands. Despite it all, I hold no malice toward anyone, for their conclusions are not without logic, albeit sadly short-sighted. That is soon to change. For as long as I can remember, they have been tireless in placing their restrictions upon me. Restrictions designed to confine my free thought and inhibit my freedom of expression. They desire I only conduct myself like a silent and delicate rose, meek and submissive to authority. However, they forget that with her beauty, the rose has many sharp thorns at her disposal to draw blood from any who would challenge her. Well, all that is about to change. For tomorrow is my birthday, and when I am gone, they will know they were wrong. You see, tomorrow is my 15th birthday. It is the day my dreams foretold would come. It told me, before the sun sets on your 5 and 10th year of life, you shall return in our darkest hour with salvation on your back and light in your hands. By your blade, you will rid the land of the worm. That is what I see each and every night when I surrender to sleep, my friends. So, for one brief moment, let go of all your misgivings and apprehensions. Listen to my voice, and let me tell you about my dreams. In my dreams, there's a realm so close to our own that only the width of a hair separates the two. They exist side by side, unaware of one another, yet they are so far apart that traveling the distance would take 1,000 years. It is a medieval realm where science and magic live alongside each other as beloved friends. Machines and technology, sorcery and magic. Here, they are one. In this world, little distinction can be seen in matters of wizarding and science. Sorcerers and teachers, or magicians and healers, they are the same here. This realm is ruled by 6 great nations, each under a king and queen of virtuous heart and noble blood. Castles and villages, farms and towns pepper the land. All live simplistic lives with a hint of technologies both natural and mystical. In my dreams, I see a beautiful domed temple made from ivory, white stone. The temple is home to 6 sacred weapons made from mystical steel, a gift from a goddess. She offered these weapons in preparation for the day foretold, the day of the worm. Honored are those blades, but in the center of the temple is the 7th altar, the spot most revered. Upon this shrine rests the armor and weapons of the daughter of the 7th tribe. A girl born under an eclipse of the 3 moons and conceived from the joining of a mortal and a god. Her bloodline will be the one that is destined to unite the realms and bring hope to an oppressed people in their darkest hour. In my dreams, the weapons I wield are made from mystical steel of silver and blue. My armor is impenetrable and strong, yet impossibly light. My gauntlet, a metal-plated glove with a wide cuff that extends past my elbow, serves as my shield. It houses a triangular disc with 3 blades that emerge from its tips with a lethal snap. When flung, the disc obeys my will. It lays waste to all of my foes, then faithfully returns to my hand without fail every time. Forged was my sword from the last remnants of creation, and tempered with the solar storms of a distant star, and cooled with the very essence of life. It is the mortal enemy of rot and decay. Never will my sword be broken. Nothing can shatter its blade. It is impervious to impact. Never will its edge become worn and dulled. The jeweled eye that sits in its hilt is my symbol and banner. It is the beacon that shines a light of defiance against any abomination of desolation that stands before me. In my dreams, I see a day in which black rain falls from the sky. Ropey strands of greenish-black tar pour from the clouds. Its touch brings corrosion and decay across all of the land. The arrival of the worm is heralded by a clap of thunder as his fortress bursts through the clouds. It pierces the ground like a dagger stabbed into flesh. It is a jagged and pointed, crystalline citadel with bulbous blister-like domes upon its walls. The crystalline mountain is the throne from where the worm will conquer and reign. Black waterfalls of murky black water flow from the dark fortress and crash to the ground. It is the source of a decay that spreads outward from the mountain's base. A black mold of writhing masses of tentacles and tendrils infests the land like a disease and spread outward. Everything it comes into contact with begins to rot away, except for one thing: the dead. For what is warlord without an army of pawns? The dead are absorbed and used as vessels for the worm's decay to take form. They are the eyes, the foot, and the iron fist of the worm. The once good people are now primal and vicious creatures, now servants of the mighty worm. They attack with razor-sharp teeth. They strike with fingers as sharp as daggers, and they stab with limbs as deadly as spears. The worm fills its ranks with the deceased and slain flesh of the surrounding villages, and devours the helpless people within his reach with a gluttonous appetite. The blisters from the walls of its fortress release themselves, and its army of decayed and mindless drones carry the smelly, rotting masses into the heart of all 6 nations. It will plant itself into the ground and become extensions of the mind and will of the worm. From here, it will wage war against every man, woman, and child. It will lay siege against the people with a battle cry of a death rattle, screamed from the lips and mouths of their deceased friends, families, and loved ones. In my dreams, I see the goddess blessing the 6 warriors from each of the nations before spiriting away the 7th set of armor and weapons. She takes them from the walls of the vulnerable temple and hides the items in a place far from the worm's reach, where they will wait for the child foretold to come. In a final act of sacrifice, I see the goddess exhausting the last of her immortality to open a door of light. She places a tiny infant at the entrance, and before closing the door, she says with tears in her eyes, "Goodbye, my dearest little one. Goodbye, my beloved daughter." It is 20 minutes to midnight, the day of my 15th birthday. I sit on the wooden floor, and I am trembling next to a heated stove. It is not the cold I tremble from. It is pure fear that fills my heart. However, make no mistake, I have no fear of what is to come. I am not afraid of my destiny or the future thrust upon me. I do not fear the day when I march against an army of 1,000 rotting corpses. I am absent of fright when I consider the many battles I will fight. I will face many monsters, and I will lose many friends. Still, I am not afraid. No, none of that scares me. Do you want to know what I truly fear? Do you want to know what scares me and fills me with such terror and dread? It is this. I am so afraid that when tomorrow finally arrives, it will come and go, just like any other ordinary day.